So hello guys, and welcome to another episode of Question Block. And the last question was, what are your ideas for the next Mario Party game, including the theme, formula, and characters that should appear? So it's been 3 years since Mario Party Superstars, and usually every 3 years they make a new Mario Party game, since Superstars was 3 years after Super Mario Party, and Super Mario Party was 3 years after the last console Mario Party game, Mario Party 10, even sooner after the 3DS ones. So I think there's probably going to be another one fairly soon, and these responses have some of the ideas. So let's get into them. So Clifford Longhead said, the next Mario Party game should do the same style as Mario Party 1 through 7 as well as DS, because it's really good, and the characters should include everyone from Superstars, including Bowser, but Koopa Kid if Bowser is playing. People really missed Koopa Kid. Yeah, and I would also say Mario Party 8 would be included with that. I feel like that's kind of like one of the last Hudson Soft Mario Party games, but all of those other games, yes, I definitely think they should take a lot of inspiration from them. And I like the idea of having, like, Bowser playable sometimes, but then it swaps it out for Koopa Kid. I think that's actually a really cool idea, but I'm not sure if they would bring back Koopa Kid, because I think that's kind of unlikely. I feel like at this point, Nintendo mostly phased out Koopa Kid in favor for Bowser Jr., but I'd love to see Koopa Kid return as, like, some weird, like, unlockable, playable character at some point. That would actually be really cool. I think that would be a pretty cool way of incorporating Koopa Kid if Nintendo, like, wants to, like, utilize him or reference him in some way. So I think that would probably be the most plausible way to bring back Koopa Kid. But yeah, they should definitely bring back the older formula. I do think there's a lot of, like, new ideas they can do with, like, the older formula, because, like, a lot of people are saying, like, oh, that, like, it would just be too similar to the older ones if they kept using that style, but I think there's a lot of interesting ideas, like, between Mario Party 6 and Borderland, having, like, the day and night cycle, and, like, there's a lot of other ideas they could use, like, and they also have, like, the thing with, like, in Mario Party 6 and 7, like, with the Chain Chomp boards, where you kind of go around and get, like, a Chain Chomp, and you start off with a certain amount of stars, but you have to, like, kind of ram into other players with the Chain Chomp. I think that would be really cool if they bring that concept back, or just, like, create new concepts surrounding that, like, kind of classic Mario Party style, but I'd love to see that. So, the Idiotic said they should definitely bring back the cars. Everybody loved that. Ah, yes, everybody loved the cars from Mario Party 9 and 10. We should keep going with that formula. No, absolutely not. Never again. Never again. I mean, I appreciate that they were trying to go for a new idea with Mario Party 9, but it really didn't work out that well in the game, because it kind of, like, severely limited the amount of, like, strategy that you had. I know Mario Party is luck-based, but I feel like it was much more chaotic and interesting when you had, like, 4 players moving around, like, a non-linear board. I think that's much more interesting, honestly. But yeah, I hope they don't bring that formula back. So, My Gaming said, I want the next one to lean more on recent titles. What I mean by this is give characters like Helen Gravely or Cappy a host role, and have mini-games involving Plucky from Captain Toad or T-Rex from Odyssey. Maybe have some of the boards based around New Donk City or Sparkle Theater with the Theets and New Donkers as the shopkeepers. Either that or just another Superstars 2. Yes, I absolutely agree with this. I absolutely agree that they should pull from more recent titles, because it seems like a lot in the Mario franchise when it comes to spin-offs, it seems like they mostly just pull from, like, 3D World as, like, the most recent title. So I'd love to see them bring, like, elements from, like, Odyssey, Super Mario Bros. Wonder, even Bowser's Fury, even though that was, like, technically, like, a side game, as well as, like, Princess Peach Showtime, Luigi's Mansion 3, and even, like, more recent titles as well. Maybe even, like, some from, like, some of the remakes, like Super Mario RPG, and, we'll get into some of those RPGs in a little bit, but I'd love to see more representation from some of the more, like, modern Mario titles, because it seems like they're not really doing enough for that. I mean, they are creating more interesting locations now, but it seems like they aren't, like, incorporating, like, as many things from, like, newer games and everything, like they kind of did during the GameCube era. So yeah, Waffle the Great 64 said, I want one that incorporates characters from the RPGs. Add some Paper Mario partners, Geno, Mallow, Prince Peasley to the roster, have some villains like Fawful or Dementio, wreak their own unique havoc on boards, have Bowser playable like in Super Mario Party, and also bring back original characters like Koopa Kid, MC Ballyhoo, or Brighton and Twilia. Also, Toadsworth and the Star Spirits. Yeah, the older Mario Party games actually pulled, like, quite a decent amount from the RPGs, like between the Star Spirits being in Mario Party 5, or the Wackas and Snow Bunny things in Mario Party 6, and then I think, like, there was even, like, a couple references in Mario Party 7, but they were, like, a little smaller, but I really like when the Mario Party games reference the RPGs, so I'd love to see that again. Like, now that we're getting a Thousand Year Door remake, as well as, like, the Super Mario RPG remake that released a few months ago, I think Nintendo should incorporate, like, more elements from the RPGs into spin-offs and things, and I think they would fit really well in Mario Party. Like, there's a lot of, like, crazy and interesting things they could pull from here, so I think it would be pretty interesting. One of my ideas for a Mario Party game was actually, like, one that's kind of based on Super Mario RPG, like, includes a roster that includes characters from that game, like Geno, Mallow, Booster, Valentina, even Colex as, like, an unlockable character. I think that would be pretty cool if they did something, like, crazy and interesting like that, like a Mario Party Star Road or something like that, like, kind of pulled from Super Mario RPG. It had, like, Smithy as the villain instead of Bowser, but I'd love to see, like, other ideas, too. I'd love to see them pull from, like, Thousand Year Door in a Mario Party game, but yeah, and then also, like, the original characters as well. I think it's kind of disappointing that they didn't bring back Tumble for Mario Party Superstars. That would have been perfect. I don't know why they didn't, do that in Superstars, but, like, also, like, the other, OCs as well would be pretty interesting. And also, I think they should do it like a new OC too, since it's been so long since they've done one in Mario Party. But yeah. So Aaron TGP said, the next Mario Party should spike up the difficulty just a little bit, but in general, there should be unique ways to gain stars. For example, Tycoon Board in Mario Party 8. As for characters, there should be more significant expansions to the roster from Super Mario Party, plus Superstars Birdo. Some form of Toad should be playable, plus enemies like the Bomb, major spin-off characters like EGAD should also be added. Now for wishful thinking, RPG characters like Geno or Mallow, or even its villains, Fawful, Pacletta, or Lord Crump, yeah, I think that would be really cool. Like you said, I really like the idea of, like, unique ways of gaining stars with different gimmicks. Like, I already mentioned that with the Chain Chomp thing from Mario Party 6 and 7, and then also, like, the day and night cycle, and then there's also, like, the Tycoon board as well, like Koopa's Tycoon Town. I think that would be really cool if they did, like, more ideas like that, but, like, didn't stray too far away from the original formula and everything. I think that's kind of the perfect middle ground for them to create new ideas that are fun, but doesn't stray too far away from what people love about Mario Party. But yeah, and then also, like, just a lot of new characters, like you mentioned as well. Like, I love the idea of Mario RPG characters being there. Also, like, other characters that we haven't seen in Mario Party that are still, like, somewhat significant to the Mario franchise, like EGAD, some more of the enemies and different things, would also be interesting to see as well. I think that would also be great. But yeah, moving on, EB the Original Master said, my idea for the next Mario Party should be similar to Mario Party Superstars, but with original boards. Maybe the theme is team-based, where you pick a normal human player and a CPU second player, and the two of you work together to gain mini-games and earn the stars. The characters I could see them introducing to the series is Toad being playable again, Boom Boom, and Wiggler. Yeah, those are some pretty solid additions. I'd actually like Wiggler, because I like Wiggler as a playable character, and then also, like, keeping the same formula of Superstars would be great. and just kind of adding on to it with like new things. I feel like the team mechanic would be great as like a side mode, kind of like the partner party from Super Mario Party. I think that would be cool, but I think there could also be like some gimmicks they could do within the ports themselves that would make it pretty interesting. But yeah, so DG said, I think a Mario Party with Wonder Flowers would be awesome. They could make the game trickier for you and the other players, or sometimes they could be good and get places faster. They could put talking flowers in the game, and the new playable characters would be Poplin and Gooigi. A new feature is that they would cross over some characters like Sonic, Kirby, Inklings, or some more, and there would also be some crossover maps and secret characters like Paper Mario. It is a far out idea, but it would be awesome. You know, that's really interesting, like a crossover Mario Party game with like different Nintendo characters, or even like third-party characters like Sonic would be pretty interesting. I mean, I would prefer them to stick within like the general scope of the Mario universe, but if they do like a mixture between like extended Mario universe characters, like you mentioned like Poplin, Gooigi, some of the Paper Mario characters, and then also added some like crossover characters, I think that would actually be a pretty interesting idea. But I think like the Mario Party with Wonder Flowers should be like a separate idea, like a Mario Party Wonder. But that's a great idea, to have like Wonder Flowers in a Super Mario Bros. Wonder themed Mario Party game. That's actually another idea that I had, kind of similar to the Super Mario RPG themed one. Like, having like different locations from Super Mario Bros. Wonder, like, have some of the playable characters as well. I'd actually love to see like one of the talking flowers, like, as a playable character. Maybe have him like sitting in a pot or something and just kind of like moving around like that. I think that would be kind of like a piranha plant. But I think that would be pretty cool to see, like, the talking flower as a playable character, but also have, like, talking flowers throughout the board as well. That would be really cool. I'd also like to see, like, some more of the characters as well. Like, maybe some of the enemies from Mario Wonder as well. And Prince Florian would also be a great character, too. But yeah, I think both of those ideas are great. Like, one that has, like, both extended Mario Universe characters and some crossover characters would be pretty cool. And then, like, a Super Mario Bros. Wonder Mario Party game would also be really interesting. But yeah, so anyways, the next question is, what is your favorite new aspect of the Paper Mario Thousand Year Door remake so far? Let me know down in the comments. So anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more, and make sure to check out my Discord server and Twitter if you want to. Goodbye.